What's up, guys? Let's get going here. Starting off today with some, well, first of all, it's Posterior Chain Day. So what that really means to me is my whole backside is about to get abused, and not like that. So, posterior chain, including traps, rhomboids, spinal erectors, glutes, hamstrings. There's some calves in there. I also do hit some quads. I know quads is not the posterior chain. I know. But just need a little bit more volume for the quads in the week. But today's question for you, this is for everyone out there listening. What is one thing you're bad at? And what is a way that you're trying to fix it? So I'll give you an example of something myself. So after I get home from work or leave work or whatever, I'm kind of stuck on my phone for a long time. Sometimes I am answering work related questions. Sometimes it's just my mental, I'm just dealing with a lot of stuff in my head. So go on Instagram, doom scroll, looking up Facebook stuff, catching up with some texts from earlier in the day. And that takes some time away from my kids. You know, when I'm home, I want to be home with my kids. And sometimes there's stuff that, one, will get in the way of it from like a work perspective, but also sometimes it's just my fault. You know, sometimes it's just, hey, Josh, you're not giving the kids the time they deserve. So I do try and put my phone down, spend some more quality time with them, get on the floor, wrestle them around a little bit. Get up, hug my wife, give her a kiss, give her some relief from watching the kids during the day, and so on. So what's something that you are some fault or some, I don't want to say issue, but something you're working on for yourself? And if you're currently got something in your head, but you're like, oh, I'm actually not doing anything to fix that issue, don't start big. I mean, just think of something small at first. What are some beginning steps of how I can kind of fix this issue in my life and start from there. All right. So it is coming towards the end of this health phase, this weight loss phase. I'm hoping to be, by the end of this health phase, down around probably 12 or 13 pounds, give or take, honestly. So I was like one. I can't remember the last time my weight began with a 1. That wasn't like my contest weigh-in when I was like 198. So I was 244 and some change. And now I'd like to end up this health phase of like 231, 232, give or take. I already have some good leanness coming back in my legs, some striations across my chest, stuff like that. So I think that'd be a good spot. Lose some of the extra fluff that I had put on me during this push phase. I already know that I have some solid muscle tissue that I put on, and that's not going to go away with a little bit of dieting for a couple weeks. Strength is going up. Still, I posted this on yesterday's video. I guess I technically scheduled to post today. But for my push day, I beat my PR on incline dumbbell. I did 140 for 10. So that's pretty cool. I'm getting stronger as I'm losing weight. Everything's looking better from a physique standpoint. But as we're talking about the health phase and weight loss in general, I was having a conversation with one of my buddies from high school and college, and just really my best friend that I've stayed close with my whole life, really. He's just asking me about losing weight, and I mean, he's done it before. He hasn't competed in bodybuilding, but he's a big fan of the sport. We used to compete in powerlifting back in the day. Anyways, just more of a discussion thing of like what we're doing and where we are at in life. And he was talking about how losing weight, essentially the first 10 days or so, he lost about 4.8 pounds in the first 10 to 12 days. And he thought that might have been a little bit aggressive. But I kind of reassured him, it's not too aggressive. So if you think about it like this. So right now, in the average person, we're not talking stage lean, we're not talking, I guess this is when you apply the more obese someone is. So we'll just say the average person to start with this example. The average person, we'll say they're at, well, in America, the average person is obese, but we'll just say 18% body fat. Okay. So 18% body fat, you have quite a bit of adipose tissue, fat tissue. When you are starting to lose calories, or not lose calories, but not taking as many calories in and expending more calories, your body pulls from those stores. And because you have a decent amount of body fat on you, it pulls from a lot of the stores all at once, right in the beginning. Let me take a quick little sip here. So you might see some increased amount of fat coming off you right in the beginning. Similar to how when you're charging your phone, kind of opposite, I guess, but it'll go from like 0% to like 70% pretty quick. It'll go from like 0 to 70 in like, if you're at the fast charger, it's like, I don't know, 25 minutes or so. But then you go from like 70% to 100%, and that takes like 45 minutes or so. And you're like, why is it taking so much longer to get less of a percentage rate-wise? So think of it like this. If you have one more analogy for you. I think this one will bring it all together. You have an empty parking lot, and you have a steady stream of cars coming into it, okay? Empty parking lot at first, you can park anywhere you want. You can park in the first spot, you can park in the last spot. The whole parking lot is empty, okay? So it's not hard for you to find a parking spot. But as it gets filled up more and more and more, it takes a little bit longer to find a parking spot, okay? Because it takes longer for your eyes in the situation, but your body to kind of figure out where the best spot to go is. So when you, fire truck's coming out. It's a flashing light on the front of it, like a spinning wheel. It's weird. Anyways, so sorry about that. So the more stores you have, more parking lots, the easier it is to find a place for those to go into. Now, back to body fat. The more body fat you have, the easier it is for your body to pull off that as a fuel source. Okay, so larger body fat, your weight will come off pretty quickly without much changes to what you're actually eating or like dropping calories or anything like that. You don't really need to make huge changes at first to get to see a pretty significant difference. Sometimes it's just, 300 calories a day is like a good starting point to start at if you're trying to lose weight. But you can be more aggressive, especially if you know that you've been in a bulk for quite some time. My maintenance calories, I'll say this, on my off day, during my off season, my push phase, my off day calories without working out, and usually I didn't do cardio on those days either, was at 3,000. Okay. But my workout days, I would eat about 4,000. Jeez. Couldn't see past that truck, and there's a red light now. Anyways, I'm not a bad driver, I promise. So maintenance calories on my push days, 4,000 calories would what I'd be typically eating on a growing phase. On my heavy exertion days, my workout days with cardio and everything. Now, if I really wanted to lose weight quickly, and this is kind of what my coach and I did, is pulled calories from the push day. You're already exerting the most energy that day. Don't put as much food into it. I didn't have a major suffering of my cardio or my workouts. My strength is still obviously still going up. So that's not an issue. You can be pretty aggressive with it at first. Honestly, you can do a 30% cut of the calories right off the top. Now keep protein and everything the same, but cutting out mostly carbs. Honestly, carbs would be the biggest thing you want to cut out. Some fats kind of go along with that, just with some of the meals you're eating. But having a good amount of fat in your diet is also necessary for your body to produce its own hormones, its own testosterone, its own things like that. So don't go super low in the fats, but carbs is where you want to kind of cut your calories. What was I going to say? Sorry, this has been a very distracting drive for some reason. So either way, be aggressive with your first couple weeks. And if you're able to tolerate it, keep going. Like if you're losing 4 pounds in the first week and you didn't really do a whole lot of change that you really noticed. I mean, you're dropping food, but that first week, you might notice maybe a tiny bit more hungry, but not percentage wise. You're not like 30% more hungry by dropping 30% calories in that first week. Now, if you keep dropping calories and week on and stuff like that, that's a little bit different. But yeah, be aggressive with it at first. After you're done being aggressive with it in the front, you're able to kind of be slower and steadier with how much calories you're pulling off, and maybe you don't have to increase cardio for so long, and a much more enjoyable and more tolerable weight loss phase. But either way, I'm about to come to an end of this health phase. Gonna draw some labs. Then as long as those look all good, go right back into a push phase. Put some more weight on. I would love to hit like a lean 250. That'd be really, really cool. And now estimating, I would like to get back on stage 2027, around 210, 212. That'd be cool. There's no 212 class for the amateur league, but I'd be in the heavyweight class for like NPCs. And after that, I mean, if I get my pro card, that's what I'm going for, obviously. Then, who knows? It might take another 2 years for an off season. I don't know. I'm going to be 30. I'm 32 right now. So, who knows? My family is always kind of, I don't want to say peaked, but we prime a little bit later in our years. So everything's going great right now. Just pulled up to the gym, about to head in there and kill some posterior chain. Let's follow along. See you in there. All right, start off with some heavy rowing. Yeah, I don't have a T-bar row, but actually there is a T-bar row. Nah, I'm gonna stick with this. Oh, oh. I ain't that tall. Oh. Oh. Ah. All right, it's my first time using this specific machine, so we'll see. I don't know. I don't know how much weight it's gonna feel heavy or whatnot, but we'll start with this. This is gonna be in place of like a chest supported low row. I'm gonna try and position myself so it's like a low row. Grab inside here. Yeah, the closer grip and leaning back a little bit definitely help more. It feel more like a low row. Yeah, this will do. Okay. So this angle, you can kind of see how far I'm actually coming back with my elbows. Come on. I think we're on to some hamstrings next. Come on. All right, come on. Let's go. Not today. Can't have PRs every workout here, but the last one got kind of stuck on my thigh there. But I felt the tension come off my back, and you know what? Not risking injury. That's what I'll call it. All right, so this is a machine that my other gym doesn't have. That's super convenient. Hip thrust. Trying to get these big old glutes. How politically correct. Anatomically correct. I almost said big old butt cheeks. Which I think sounds better. Yeah. I mean, straight leg deadlift, or I should say Romanian deadlift. That'll build your hamstrings and glutes, but this is just pure booty isolation, you know? So what was that? 495 plus 10s on each side. So 515. I don't know, for 4? Was it 4? Maybe. So definitely not the most I've done. I did 525 for 8 before. So this is kind of just, it is what it is. I had a PR bench press yesterday. Can't have a PR every workout every day, you know. Felt a little bit of a twinge, we'll call it, in my hamstring while I was doing leg curls earlier. So kind of had a little anticipation it wasn't going to be my strongest day ever. It's all right. All right. let's hit some quads here. Oh, my glute medius is like cramping. Oh. Whew. So I actually really prefer leg extensions that are like this. They'll have like the bar in the middle. They don't come off to the side and go in front, because this one, you're not going to have the bar that goes in front of your legs bend, you know? Sometimes after enough use, like the leg extension bars will like bend, and that way your left leg or whichever leg is further outside of the machine, the bar gets bent from use, and you have to like extend that one further than the other one. So leg extensions like this, or any machine really, has like the center pole. That way, all the legs are even, keeps an even push, even range of motion, all of it. So I do want to move this up. Okay. Help me finish up here. A couple more things. All right. I think some single leg curls, and then we skedaddle. Can I just do? Yes. So, drop sets of this to finish off. I gotta get out of here, man. One more. Sweat's hitting my eyes. Not sure where my headphone went. That's right. I'll find it. Well, here's one. All right, so just finished up here. During my last set, I dropped my headphones. Earbuds fell out, and then they went under the machine in like the weirdest spot. So I had a couple gym bros help me out to find them. Love that gym culture, by the way. Really cool, help each other out. But as always, guys, eat big, sleep big, get big, be the light, pass it on. I'm heading out of here. I'm getting a good meal in me. I think some beef, some rice, maybe some Korean seasoning, give or take. Either way, let's get out of here. See you later.